Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So first of all, I would like to thank my new subscribers. Thank you guys for subscribing and joining the family. New scene, yes, that's because I've moved to another apartment here in Nairobi. But that's not why we're here today. Apologies if the quality of this video is different from the other ones. I'm using my front-facing camera now because I do not have a mirror where I could see what is on my screen if I were using my back camera, so please bear with me. So yeah, today's video is going to be about the different kinds of foods that I've tried since I've been here in Nairobi. I might not be able to capture everything, but I think I got most of it. So I decided at when we were at the hotel. By the way, the hotel I was at was Pride Inn Azure in Westlands. Someone mentioned it in the comments earlier that in one of the other videos that I didn't mention the name, Pride Inn Azure. Yeah, so I decided that I was going to be taking pictures and videos of everything I ate while I was there, and I've been doing that mostly since I've even left, even when I cook and all of that. So let's get into the video. If I'm looking here, that's because my laptop is here, and this is why this is where I am checking the pictures and just making reference to the pictures and the videos so that I can speak through it. Do you get? So here we go. So I had mentioned earlier that's whenever I say earlier, just know that it's either earlier in this video or in one of my previous videos. I mentioned earlier that when we got to Nairobi, we got in just past midnight, and the hotel dinner was done. Okay, so we couldn't eat dinner that night. So of course, the first thing I ate when I got in Nairobi was breakfast, and breakfast consisted of, so it was a buffet. We had buffet throughout our stay in Pride Inn. So I remember I mean, I went with things that I was familiar with. I'm not much of a breakfast person, so I usually wouldn't actually have breakfast when I'm like on a normal day. So I literally just went for like a protein plate. So I had scrambled eggs, there was gizzard, and then what's it called? This was beef. I think they said beef macon or something. I would see if I can remember the name. Yeah, so but like it was literally just a protein plate. The scrambled eggs were good. If I was allowed, I would sit with the bowl of scrambled eggs. They were really good. They were really good. Please, if you can hear any noise, I don't know what's happening. I don't know where the noise is coming from. It's very weird. But I'm sure you can hear me clearly. So after breakfast, again, I also mentioned, I think it was my first Nairobi Living video, that my colleagues took us to lunch on our first day here, and we went to the Oval. It was at the Oval. I can't remember the name of the restaurant itself, but I know that it was at the Oval, and that was where we had mashed potatoes and steak. The dip, I don't know what to call it. It was terrible. I didn't like it. Funny how that was what my colleague liked most. Well, my colleague really enjoyed it, but I didn't like it. I don't even know what it was made of. It just did not taste good to me at all. The mashed potato was good, but it was a lot. I don't think I finished it. The vegetables, I would have preferred if the vegetables were spiced. They were basically just steamed. I'm a spice girl. I like things spiced and like things having a lot of flavor. And I remember telling you guys about the steak, and I remember ordering medium rare and then asking them to make it well done and all of that. Look at my colleagues' plates after eating. This was after we asked them to take it back and make it well done. See how bloody his plate is, to let you know how uncooked, how rare it was when it was originally brought. Yeah, and then I mentioned also that after that we went to get our SIMs at Safaricom, and my colleague took us to Nif's Cafe to have like drinks and all of that, and this was my first milkshake in Nairobi. I loved it. I don't know why I've not gone back to Nif's Cafe. Maybe next time I'm at Sarit, I'd go back to just get a milkshake. It was really good. It was really good. Yeah, enjoyed it. for dinner, I went for rice because I mean I'm used to, if there's anything I know that plain white rice will taste okay. Well, at least I'll be able to eat that. So I went for a lot of rice. There was also, so on the side you can see another rice. I don't know what those spices, what those what's it called, particles in it are, but it wasn't bad. I didn't mind that. Then of course you see that I have a lot of like sauces. So one thing to note is throughout my stay at Pride Inn, almost every day, if not every day, I had spinach. I had one form of spinach or the other, creamed spinach, braised. I mean, I love it. I don't mind. I absolutely love it. So almost every dinner, I think every dinner actually, I had spinach. Maybe just one. Was it I decided not to, I think the day I had salad was the day I didn't have spinach at all. We'll see. I mean, we'll get there. But yeah, so this was me trying different things. I didn't like the curry, anything curry throughout my stay there. There was something like there was one, I don't know, it was beef, but it reminded me of asun in Lagos. Asun is, or in Nigeria, asun is goat meat. So asun is goat meat, like boiled goat meat, tossed in pepper and a lot of onions. So this had a lot of onions. So this tasted close to that. Of course, it wasn't as peppery or as spicy, but yeah, it tasted close to that. Again, another thing I didn't enjoy throughout was the beans. There was none of the beans dish that they had that I liked. Then I tried, so I love watermelon. I'm a watermelon fan. I love how juicy it is and how you can literally feel the water soaking through your system. However, this was my first time seeing passion fruit. I actually didn't know what it was. There was nobody standing by the fruit table when I went for it, so there was nobody I could ask what it was, and my colleague also didn't know. So guess what I did? I googled yellow something. Let me see if I can find it. I googled yellow on the outside. I'm terrible, but I didn't know what it was. I needed to just describe the fruit, so I googled yellow on the outside, yellow on the inside, yellow on the outside fruit, and that was when I think, and I said with seeds or something like that. That was when I found out that it was actually passion fruit. As at this time, I think I had had the passion fruit juice at dinner. Yeah, so was it at dinner or breakfast? Breakfast is usually the one that has juice. Yeah, so I didn't know what it was, but I had it. I'm always going to try new things. Yeah, so if I get somewhere and there's like a platter, or like I have different choices of, especially food. With food, I love to try new things. I would rather go for something I've never had than go for something that I've had. I don't play it safe with food. Yeah, so I made it a point to try every single dish at buffet. The only things I didn't try were the soups, and that's because I'm not. I mean, they were basically broth. So like I don't know what it was made of, but it just looked like they just boiled the broth when you boil meat or something, and it didn't look good, and I did not want to try that. But everything else, all the rice dish, all the yam, not necessarily yam, the ugali. There was a time that there was cocoa yam. I don't know what, I can't remember the name of that was, but it tasted like cocoa yam. I tried that. Like I made sure to try every single type of dish and fruits. This green one, so I'd never tried it before. I'd never even seen it before. Yeah, so I tried that. Yeah. Then for breakfast, another thing that you would maybe like a trend that you'd see here is usually for breakfast I go for protein. So chicken, gizzard, beef. Like I would always go for protein, and yeah, of course spinach. Yeah, and then this was the first time I was trying this croissant. Like it looked like croissant, but it was a little more dense than it, and it had a cashew on top. It could have just been croissant. I can't remember what it was called, but I really liked it, especially with the cashew on it. But I think they only served it like 3 times or so, or I noticed it like 3 times. So I only had it about that time. But the chicken wings were always good. The beef, like I don't think you can go wrong with chicken and beef. But I really enjoyed these ones. Then I tried out what's it called, French toast. I don't like French toast, and I think it's because, especially if the bread is a little bit large, the egg soaks into the bread, and when it's like pan fried, it doesn't fry the middle, so like there's still kind of like raw eggs in the middle, and I don't like raw eggs. In fact, I can't eat sunny side up. You know, when it makes sunny side up and the yolk is still runny, I can't do that. Yeah, so I usually do not like to eat French toast, but I tried it out. I also tried out their crepe and their waffles. I think I had the waffles multiple times, and I only had crepe once or twice. The crepe was good. I just didn't eat a lot of carbohydrates for breakfast. Then for dinner again, oh my goodness, this was the day that I tried this was the day that I knew that they could serve boiled tilapia as a meal. Like, why are you boiling tilapia without any spice? Like literally just tilapia and onions and tomatoes, no, and maybe salt. Who does that? Tilapia on its own is not even that flavorful. This was the day that I noticed that there was actually a stand where they usually would have boiled everything in that pan or in that stand is usually boiled fish, boiled chicken, boiled beef, literally just boiling all of these things with just salt. Why would you do that? I mean, I'm saying why would you do that because where I'm from, we do not do. If I'm to boil beef or chicken or even fish, like I'm putting salt, I'm putting bouillon cubes, I'm putting thyme, I'm putting curry, salt, ginger and garlic and onions. Do you get, like, and so me coming from that kind of place and then coming here to see that you could actually serve me boiled tilapia without any of, nah, please don't do that. Please don't do that. I also didn't enjoy this the carrot in this meal. The fish was nice, but I couldn't eat a lot. It was all those kind of meals that when you just have a little, like you're good, like don't overdo it. That was what this was. I don't know what I would call that, but everything else around that chicken, I didn't enjoy them. I didn't enjoy them at all. I don't know what they are called. I always forget the names of these things, but yeah, I didn't enjoy them at all. When we went for lunch at the Oval, my colleague ordered, her drink was their pineapple mint juice, and so when I realized that they had it here, I also tried it. I don't like mint, so yeah, it was okay. I finished it, but I didn't really enjoy it. Yeah, so this was the day that I tried salads. So I tried 2 different salads. No, 3 actually. So you'd see the carrot one, the one with the macaroni and beef thingy was also a salad, and then the other one with like with capsicum, like so bell pepper, carrot, cabbage, purple cabbage and regular cabbage, and I think green pepper. I tried that too. I think that was the only time I tried salad at the hotel. I didn't really enjoy it, and the rice was really just, so a lot of the times here, so in Nigeria, if you're cooking rice and it's not just white rice, you're most likely going to put in a lot of other spices. So it was not, I mean, it wasn't really a good experience eating rice, and you could tell that they only added salt and maybe some regular spice that wouldn't add flavor to the food, to the rice itself. This day was the day that we tried out. We ordered lunch for the first time at work. It was my colleague that ordered it on our Uber Eats, so I don't know the name of the place where she ordered from. So there was French fries, and then there were two other potato dishes. The flat one, and then the other one, I think the other one had a lot of, what's it called, it was a little wet. It wasn't as dry as the other sweet potato. The chicken was really good. This thing on the side was made from coconut, so I think it was coconut and chili. What's it called? It was coconut and chili. It was really, I loved it. I loved it. This was the first time I would have one of these sauces, or Barlkiss, I don't know what the name is. Ranch, side, sauce, whatever it's called. Please let me know in the comment section. But this was the first time I had any of this in Nairobi, actually ever, because even in Nigeria I usually don't like all this barbecue sauce. But this was really good and I enjoyed it. And we also ordered matoke. Lovely. Oh my goodness, this is the kind of meal I was expecting. So this reminded me of, so in Nigeria we have gbegiri. Gbegiri is made from beans. So it's like, yeah, so it's like blended beans with pepper. Do they add pepper? No. So it's made from beans. I'll see if I can find a picture and put it here. So this reminded me of gbegiri, but this is like, so for my Nigerian, for any Nigerian watching this was like gbegiri with, so it's like you having cooking beans. So gbegiri with some solid beans in it, and green pepper and boiled banana. Even though so they say it's boiled banana, but I don't know, I've never boiled banana, but it tasted like boiled plantain. And yeah, so that was what it was. It was so good. It was really good. I really enjoyed this one. It was my colleague that ordered it, but it was enough for us to share it, and I enjoyed it. At the hotel, during dinner or even breakfast, they have active stations where you can order. You can ask them to. So for breakfast, ask them to make you like scrambled eggs. Yeah, omelette. It's usually omelette. Yeah, so omelette, but you can ask them to make you any egg dish. So omelette, scrambled eggs, etc. For dinner, it's usually like a pasta station. And yeah, one of those, this was the first time I tried out. I asked them to make me pasta. I just said like just do something. I didn't give them any specification of what I wanted. I just wanted, like, just surprise me. And I will tell you, it looks better than it tasted. It looks better than it tasted. I love how it looks. If I was served this kind of pasta in Nigeria, I can almost, like, even right what I'm thinking about, I can taste how it would, like, I can almost taste how it would taste. I can tell how it's going to taste. But again, like I said, no pepper, not a lot of spice, so it wasn't just, but thankfully there were green peppers and bell peppers in it, so I could eat. I could use that to finish it up. I don't like wasting food, so yeah, I could use that to finish it up. It was a small portion, by the way. And then of course I had, so while because there were most people that ordered, so while that was going on, I was starving. I think this day I don't know if I had lunch. I was starving, so I took my regular rice, spinach, and then I tried some other sauces that I did not like. So I think I'm just going to scroll through, because like I said, breakfast for me was mostly spinach, scrambled eggs, gizzard if there's any, chicken, beef, and then sometimes that cashew croissant thing, or I think I tried pancake once, and then maybe a couple of times I tried their waffles. That's it. And then of course juice. So with juice, I tried mango juice, orange juice, passion fruit juice. Was there any other juice? Oh, and then they had infused water. So they usually they don't serve us water at dinner, at breakfast, none of it. But at breakfast there's usually a jug of infused water, so I had that a lot. Yeah, and then there was soya milk, there was plain yogurt, there was strawberry yogurt, I think there was also vanilla, and again, like I said, I always try all of these things. So these 2 weeks made me realize that I do not really enjoy dessert. I don't know, I just did not really enjoy. So I realized that I would rather have, not that I don't enjoy dessert, I don't like dessert after my main meal. I would rather have dessert first, so have my chocolate cake, my ice cream, whatever first, before I then have my main meal. I kind of like to still have the taste of my main meal in my mouth for a while. I don't want something sweet over that. Yeah, so this made me confirmed that yeah, I would rather have I'm a dessert first person. Okay, I mean, by now you can already tell that like I have, apart from this being the meals that I would do, the different meal items that I would take, they also of course have like standard menu for their breakfast and dinner, and they only just change it out every other day. So you'd most likely you can almost be guaranteed that you'd see, of course, multiple rice dishes, spinach, and then you can tell the protein that you're going to also find. So I at some point in time then gravitated towards the things that I was comfortable with, but I always made sure that whenever I see anything new on the menu, I would try it out. And yeah, there was this fish dish. This was also tilapia, by the way. This fish dish for the first time. So that other sauce at the end too. Anytime you see anything really small, just know that that's probably my first time seeing it and my first time trying it out. So I usually would take very small portion of anything I'm seeing for the first time so that I can try it out. If I like it, I'll go back to take more. Oh, and then this particular, so remember how I said that in Nigeria, if you have any rice that is not white, just know that it's going to have some flavor. This is an example of one of those rice dishes that wasn't white and didn't have any flavor. Like I would expect that whatever it is that made it this color, or so thing is, whenever we're thank you, that noise is gone. So I would expect that whenever I see any rice that is not white, there is like some kind of flavor in it, not just color. Yeah, so but this was just color, there was no flavor at all. Usual breakfast, yeah, so usual breakfast, scrambled eggs, that croissant thing again with the cashew on it, that must have been orange juice. Oh, another thing I noticed are like the orange juices that I had were not as sweet as I would have expected. They were very sour. And then I tried out those potatoes. I'm not a fan of Irish potatoes. I don't even think I'm a fan of. I prefer yam to potatoes in general. Yeah, but if I'm going to have Irish potatoes, please fry it for me. Yeah, but this particular one was, I think it was boiled, then maybe stir fried with the bell peppers, and it was good. It wasn't bad at all. And then during the training, remember I mentioned that I came here for work, and I had to facilitate a training. So during the training, of course, we had catering, and this was the first day, the meal that we were served. This rice was good. I enjoyed it. I don't know if I enjoyed anything. The cabbage, this was the first time I was having this cabbage. I forgot what, guys, please, again, if you remember, if you know the names or if you recognize any of these dishes, please comment the names in the comment section. I would really love that. This cabbage, this was the first time and I didn't like it. However, I had it maybe one other time or two other times after this, and I enjoyed it. So maybe it was just a bad day for them cooking. I mean, from the same caterer, right? For them cooking the cabbage dish, but yeah, for them making the cabbage dish. I really like the rice. Yeah, and then so this thing again is here. I forgot. I don't know. I remember asking for the name, but I forget. I think covering my kachumbari. I don't know. I didn't like it. I don't even think I think I only just tasted it. I didn't like it. This was also my first time trying out kachumbari. I didn't try it at the hotel at all. I never did. But this was my first time trying out kachumbari, and it's a no for me. It's a no for me. So first of all, I do not like fresh tomatoes, like raw fresh tomatoes. I'm not a fan of that. So I think that there was a time I used to eat raw fresh tomatoes, but yeah, I don't like it anymore. Then we went to so this was the chicken meal, the chicken we ordered at Barlkiss. So we ordered the regular one and then the spicy one. The spicy one was okay. It had like a lot of pepper in it, but it wasn't flavorful. I don't like when food has a lot of pepper, but not. I need flavor. I need flavor. Like, don't just give me plenty pepper. Don't just give me pepper and no flavor. Yeah. So this had a lot of pepper, but it wasn't as flavorful as I would have expected it to be. but it wasn't terrible. Then, so this was the first time, so this breakfast was the first time I asked for omelette to be made for me. Again, why are you making omelette in Nigeria and with what I'm used to? If I'm making eggs, I'm adding not just salt, but I'm also adding bouillon cubes. Like I said, I might not add curry and thyme, but like the bouillon cubes gives it the flavor. So it's usually chicken cubes. And so this was definitely just made with salt and the bell peppers. I don't mind if my egg does not have flavor, but like when I guess it was just my expectation. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that it wouldn't have flavor, but yeah, that was it. And then this thing on the side, it's an Indian something. I hope I remember that. I love it. Sometimes I remember it and I'm just like, I wish I could get it. I love it. It tastes so good. I think I went back for more after this, but they only served it like twice or 3 times while I was at Pride Inn. But every time I see it, I always go for it. I love it. I love it. And then this was also the first time I was trying. I think so. That thing in the middle was what I said was. So I tried that bean dish again. I didn't like it. My colleague did. I think that thing in the middle, like I said, it looked like cocoyam, and it also then tasted like cocoyam. I had that. Then there was the potatoes, Irish potatoes still. It was just okay. I mean, you would expect, there's an expectation for what your Irish potato would taste like, and yeah, it tasted okay. It wasn't bad. And then of course the meat dish. Then we went to so this was when we went to Carnivore, and I again had another milkshake. It was good. The beer, the Tosca beer, was for my colleague. And going to and then we ordered fries. So we ordered fries and on the side, so while we were waiting for our platter to be done, we ordered fries. And so of course from this you can already tell that I do not like my ketchup on my fries. I'm the type of girl that dips my fries in my ketchup. Please don't give me soggy, don't make my fries soggy by putting ketchup on it. We don't do that here. The fries were really good. And then so there was also chicken, and then that was also kachumbari, I think, but this one had onions and vegetables in it. That sauce, did not like it. No, but again, I don't know if it is me. I usually don't enjoy sauce. I think it was a kind of barbecue sauce. I didn't like it at all, but the chicken wings were really good. And then the platter itself. Fam. So first thing to notice, to tell you, is like the pork meat is the one on the side plate in front of my colleague. The meatballs were ostrich meat. Again, I said this, they were very underwhelming. I don't know if it was because they made it into meatballs, but I didn't. None of us, not even my colleague, didn't. In fact, my colleague probably just had one and made me eat the remaining ones. I didn't like it. I don't know. I didn't like it. Then there was beef. There was goat meat. There was chicken. The chicken was good. I think it was roasted well, so the chicken tasted really good. So right beside that cabbage and tomato is the crocodile meat, and it had a little fat, but it had a lot of flavor. It was so good, so good. I enjoyed it. Yeah, but I mean, this looks, on a normal day, if I'd seen this as a picture or a video, I would have thought that, I can finish it. It's not a lot. We couldn't finish it, and I think it's also because he ordered more fries. We couldn't finish it. We had to take them back to the hotel. We couldn't finish it, but it was good. Like I really enjoyed myself. Now I'm hungry. I'm hungry. And then the next day, first time I tried cereal at breakfast. It was Rice Krispies and fresh milk. It was not bad. It was just there. More potatoes and beef, and mutton And then of course watermelon and pineapple. The pineapple was not sweet. I don't know if it was the season that I was around, but I think the fruits were not sweet. I don't know if it was the season or it's just like the fruits here, but they were not really sweet. Then on this particular day, I was walking by the active station, and a lady's pasta was being served, and it looked good. It was creamy pasta. It looked good, but then again, just like with the first pasta, it looks better than it tasted. It looked better than it tasted, and I think there was mint in it, and I do not like mint. I don't like mint. No mint in anything, in toothpaste, in a drink, in food. Please, no, I don't like mint, and I think so that's one of the reasons I didn't enjoy it. Yeah, it was just there. It was less than just there. Actually, this one is not food that I had, but this was the first time I actually went out and saw pepper, guys. It was like I was running into an old friend. It was like I ran into an old friend, and everything looked so colorful and just so beautiful. Like, can you see the rodo? That's the habanero. We call it rodo in Nigeria, in Yoruba. Guys, like and I could smelling fresh. That was me smelling fresh pepper for the first time. So good. I didn't buy any because we were still at the hotel, so I couldn't cook. But yeah, it was just a thing to note. And then we went ahead to order food from. So we found a Nigerian cook, or someone that cooks for a living, and we ordered smoky jollof rice. Guys, it was amazing. It was a bang. What? It was so good, very smoky, enough flavor. It wasn't peppery, like my colleagues could eat it. It was just, this is like, you know, when someone has hacked the right amount of flavor and pepper to add in jollof rice for mainstream jollof rice, like anybody can have it. It was good. The texture was perfect, just amazing. So we ordered jollof rice and we ordered okra. So ilala sepo is basically okra made with pepper and broth, and usually it has like smoked fish and meat and all of that in it with semo. So I made my colleague try the okra. This is what he had to say.
It's a bit confusing taste. I'm trying to place it. I don't know whether it's pepper, and then the slimy thing.
Is the pepper your problem?
No, the taste.
What are you tasting? So it's like how I can tell if I don't like maybe the spice. Is it because it's slimy?
No, yeah, there's the slimy thing. And there's, I don't know, I can't even try.
You don't have any meal that is slimy here?
There's one slimy, but it's from Western Province. They call the Luyas.
What's the food itself?
It's some greens.
Are you sure it's not okra?
No, it's not.
I see your face. Oh my goodness. I mean, I guess our flavors are different. Everybody's palate is different, and not everybody is also open to trying out new things. I remember him telling me that he's not used to having a lot of spice. Anything that is too flavorful, he's not used to having that. So I can understand why the ilala sepo would overwhelm him and taste weird to him. Yeah, so this was the day that we went to Mama Ashanti, and I ordered poundo yam and eforiro, and my colleague ordered eba and egusi. I think I already told you guys how I felt about this. So one thing I noticed is there's usually this, so a lot of the times when you go out and so for here, for example, we asked for pepper because there was no pepper in, especially his own food, there was no pepper in it. And when we asked for pepper, don't give me raw pepper or anything close to raw. Like, I'm expecting, if you're giving me pepper, especially this one, it looked like a stew that was fried. Why is this still tasting like it's raw? Like, And yes, we eat a lot of pepper in Nigeria, but we don't eat raw pepper. It should be cooked and flavored and like taste good. This didn't, and this would so I added it to just a small portion of my efforiro, and I actually even prefer the efforiro without the pepper. My colleague also, because this basically changed the taste, and it didn't really taste that good. But yeah, that was it. Okay, so once we moved to Tarifa, so the other place after when we left Pride in Azur, we moved to Tarifa Suite on Ojijo Road. And so once we moved there, of course, I remember mentioning that we went shopping and we could cook. So we got drumsticks and all of that. And this was actually my first time ever making chicken, making oven-baked chicken. First time ever. It tasted so good. So what I did was I marinated the chicken for like 24 hours. Oh Lord, boy, it was good. It was really good. And I didn't add a lot of pepper, so my colleagues could also eat out of it. It was so good, and everybody was like, oh, like everybody that had it really enjoyed it. Let me even tell you, if people did not have it, I know that it was good. It was really good, and I mean, for it being my first time, it was properly cooked. It was just like juicy, very juicy. On the inside, crispy on the outside. Enough flavor. It was so good. And another thing I've done is, so one of the things that I miss being here is usually in Lagos I would every week at least have there's this smoked fish sauce that I have with rice that I always make. Very simple, like very fast. You can easily make it. I miss that. I've not had smoked fish since I've been here, except for the smoked fish in the okra and in the so we eventually then ordered egusi from the same Nigerian woman. So more jollof rice, and then instead of trying okra this time we tried egusi, and I made ugali for the first time. So when we went to the mall, we saw ugali, and in Nigeria there's the northerners, the Hausas. I don't know if it is if it is a Hausa dish or a Fulani dish, but there's tuwo, and so there's usually tuwo mezari or tuwo shinkafa. Tuwo shinkafa is made from rice. Tuwo mezari is made from maize, corn, and that's ugali is basically corn powder, right, or maize powder. So I thought that I should be able to make the same thing. I mean, it's kind of like a pudding, right? Made from maize. So we bought that. But it was my first time making ugali. First of all, it was my first time making tuwo in I don't even think I've ever made tuwo with maize flour. Usually with rice flour. And when I made it, it was harder than I wanted it to be. But apparently my colleagues, I mean, now that I've had ugali multiple times, that's the texture that ugali usually would be in. And so they were fine with it, but my colleagues that we came from Nigeria and I were like, it was too hard. It was harder than usual, but it was good. It wasn't bad. It was good one. So first time actually having ugali was me making it. Then I also went ahead to make efforiro. So just to describe, efforiro is basically sauce, a pepper sauce with the vegetable stirred in it. So effor is vegetable, riro is to stir something, to mix something. So efforiro is basically you mixing vegetable in sauce. And yeah, so the first time I cooked it, it was just spinach. And also we usually would make it with palm oil. I've not seen palm oil since I got here. I miss palm oil a lot. I feel like when I get back to Nigeria, I'm going to lick palm oil just like to remind myself of how it tastes. But yeah, but I've been making it with vegetable oil. It hasn't been bad. And this is what I want. This is even what makes me more pissed about Mama Ashanti, because this is me making efforiro with vegetable oil, and it still bangs. Like, it still bangs better than yours. But let's leave that. Yeah. So the first time I made it was just with spinach, and so it was just with spinach, and So at some point, I mean, right at that point in time, I was tired of eating chicken. Just absolutely tired of eating chicken. I wanted beef, I wanted goat meat. The only time I had beef was in the okra and the egusi that we ordered from the Nigerian woman. But outside of that, it was just chicken. I never had fish. So one day at Sarit, I came across barracuda steak. I'd never had it before. I'd never even seen it before. But it looked like the kind of fish that would taste good. And so I did the same thing that I did with my fresh chicken, marinated it, and then I fried it and then baked it a little bit. Oh Lord, oh God. I made a sauce, a pepper sauce out of it, and I made a foriro out of it. Oh gosh, it was so good. The fish itself is very thick, so like it has a lot of flesh, and it was so good. I've bought it twice now. I think I still even, not that I think, I have some in the fridge, and I still right now have a foriro that I made with it. Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, after we left Pride, I cook most of the time. I've only also eaten out. I had lunch. Okay, yeah. So the first time my colleague actually bought lunch for me around the office was this Nyamachoma and kachumbari. Of course, I did not. Again, I'm not a fan of kachumbaris, raw pepper, which doesn't. Okay, so this is my problem with kachumbari, right? Especially with here, which is weird because you guys say you don't eat pepper or you don't like pepper. They say you guys say pepper. Why are you adding fresh chili? Like, why do you have a staple meal with fresh chili in it? Even I that eat pepper, I don't like raw pepper. So how are you guys managing to eat that? And you say you don't like pepper? I don't understand it. Please make it make sense to me. I do not. So my colleague earlier, he's always. I'm like, how are you even eating the kachumbari? Because, like, how? I don't know. Please make it make sense. Explain it to me. Please just explain it to me. So the first time my colleague, when I was busy, so I couldn't go to the place with them to eat. Yeah, so he brought back Nyamachoma and kachumbari for me. The Nyamachoma wasn't properly roasted, so I put it in the microwave to roast a little bit more. Enjoyed it. I could have used more meat. I'm a meat girl, so every time I have Nyamachoma, I always want more. Yeah, so there's that. And then one other day, which I already showed you earlier in one of my previous videos, I went to the actual place with my colleagues. That's the least fancy restaurant that I've been to, and yeah, so basically ordered Nyamachoma. So there was beef, there was goat meat, and there was lamb, mutton. Tasted everything, and ugali, and this was the first time I would see in real life, because I googled it before now, or I just checked online and I saw something about sukuma wiki. First time I was having it, I enjoyed it. I loved the texture. I don't like not that I don't like it. Once in a while, I like to have, or more often than not, I like my vegetables still crisp. And that sukuma wiki was really good. With the ugali, I loved it. Most likely when I resume back in the office, I would go there for lunch. I had a good time. Yeah, so I enjoyed this first time having sukuma wiki. And after that, when I actually went to and that's even my first time having kale ever, and I'd never had kale before. So after that, when I went back to Sarit to get some groceries, I made a foriro using spinach and kale, and it was good. I mean, the spinach is soft, the kale added the texture to it. I enjoyed it. Yeah, that was that. And then there was the day that we went to Asmara, where we ordered their platter. Like I mentioned earlier, I preferred the white injera to the brown one. The white injera, so because I'm having it with like sauce and like other sauces, I would prefer my injera not flavored. Like let that be bland. Like, yeah, because I'm going to get my flavor from the sides, like the sauces and the sides that I would add eating it with. Yeah, so I prefer the white injera to the side. The red, what's it called? I think she said there were chili sauces, not spicy. Even so we asked. So she gave us, the waitress gave us the regular chili sauce and then the spicy chili sauce. I didn't see the difference, to be honest. I couldn't taste the difference, and this is what I was saying about a lot of the times when I order here and you tell them please make it spicy, it's usually not. The only time that has happened that it was actually spicy was at Barlkiss, that chicken. Every other time, so there was a Friday that we had TGIF and we got pizza from Pizza Inn and chicken from Galitos. I think it was from Galitos that we also got the rice. So there was this spicy rice on display, and we bought it. My dear, it wasn't spicy at all. In fact, my colleague had to mix it with sauce to eat it. It wasn't spicy at all. It was just like colored rice, like fried. It looked like Nigerian fried rice without the flavor. That was basically what it was. Yeah, and then also at Asmara, I remember ordering that was the first time I was having the smoothie. The smoothie was really good. It was a lot of fruits. It was really good. Yeah, so that about covers everything that I've had here. Every other thing has been like again, like I said, I've been cooking, so I'm always having maybe rice. I have cereal, pasta, noodles. Sometimes I've ordered pizza once. I've had burger from KFC, but I mean, like, it tasted like regular Zinga burger that I would have in Nigeria too. So I was already editing when I remembered that I didn't add this pasta from Little Italy. It was so good and very filling. I didn't finish the entire plate at a stretch. I would have loved if it had more chicken. Like I said, I'm a meat girl, but outside of that, it was really good. It was so good. I enjoyed it. I also ordered salad from Morgan Bean. I enjoyed it. The salad dressing was the best part of it. Those black things, I don't know what they are. Somebody please tell me in the comment section. Also from Morgan Bean was this chicken and chips. I enjoyed it, and the Oreo chocolate milkshake was really good, and it was a large jar, a large cup of milkshake. I really enjoyed it. So that's basically it. Thank you for watching this video. Again, please, if you know any of the dishes that I showed, please, I want to hear about them in the comment section. Please, let's talk. I would like to actually know the names and if they are indigenous to Kenya. I feel like the only meals that I've had that are indigenous to Kenya would be the ugali, the sukuma wiki, the kachumbari, nyamachoma, of course. I don't know if matoke is indigenous to Kenya. Yeah, and also please, if you know any places in Nairobi that I can go or order in to try out actual Kenyan dishes, please let me know in the comment section. I still have a couple of weeks here. Let me know, please. I would like to try them out, and of course I'll let you know how I feel about them. Yeah, so thank you again for watching. Please do subscribe, share, like, and leave comments in the comment section. I love that you guys are leaving me comments, and I love to engage with you guys. So please, let's do that, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.